Hi there. I want to tell you a little secret, but before I do that, what do you think of my table here? Huh? Nice, isn't it? This is solid wood. You don't find too much solid wood furniture nowadays. It's all that particle board stuff covered with what they call vinyl veneer. Yeah, well, real veneer is supposed to be wood, not vinyl. We used to call that contact paper. But that's what they're making these days. And unless you're going to spend a lot of money on furniture, that's about all you're going to find. You know, this thing, it'll outlast me. Maybe it'll outlast my kids. It's solid. It's made to last. Real wood furniture is made to last. My wife's got furniture that was her great-grandmother's that's still working in our family. Why? Because it's solid wood. But it's more than just that it lasts, it's the way it's made. You see this bevel here? This edge is beveled, these corners are beveled. You know, you don't find that on that particle board stuff. That's only on real wood furniture. You know, there's a lot of details like that that you don't find. These corners, this is something, these are dovetailed corners. Now, a dovetail is like the strongest joint you can make in woodworking. And in a way, it's the sign of a real quality woodworker is that they use dovetail joints. These X's, you know, it's attention to detail like that makes a piece of furniture nice. That makes us what's known as a farmhouse style. Well, I live out in the country. That's kind of perfect for me. What do you think of these little diamonds? Isn't that nice? That's an oak diamond. And there's one over here. And it's just a little design accent, right? But it's a design accent that goes all the way through because you see that's the rails for a secret drawer. How's that, huh? You know, everyone needs a secret drawer in their life, right? Well, there's my secret drawer. And it makes a nice design. I've never seen drawer rails done that way. They're usually a strip of wood. I've got a piece of furniture in there that literally the strip of wood is almost worn through, but that's oak. That's going to last. That's the nice thing about wood furniture. It lasts. But also something that impresses people. People see the difference. A few of my buddies were over the other night, were watching the game. They were looking at that thing. It's a nice table. I said, thanks. They were stunned. You know why they were stunned? And here's my secret. They were stunned because I made it. That's the first time I've ever made anything like that. Oh, I made some things out of, 1x boards, but not really nice stuff. Not stuff that I would call real furniture. This is a first for me. And you know something? It was a lot easier than I thought it would ever be. This really wasn't much harder than building it out of Legos. You know, once you know how, see, that's the secret. It's knowing how. And you can buy books and read books, and they'll tell you all sorts of great stuff. You can buy plans to make stuff, but unless you know how to do the techniques that those plans are talking about using, those plans don't do you the least bit of good. You end up doing something else. Well, my family thinks I've become a master woodworker overnight because of projects like this. And it really isn't. It's that I've found a resource that's helped me take me to the next level. It's called Woodwork 101. Now, this is a library of something like 1,000 hours of video online, readily available, that shows how to make projects like this, and actually a wide variety of projects. I found stuff on there. I made a rocking horse for my grandkids. I made an end grain butcher board, cutting board for my wife. I've seen chase lounges, desks, kiddie play place, toys for the kids, all kinds of stuff on there. And it's all done in the same level of detail where you're watching somebody that knows what they're doing it. And so you can pick up from watching that how those techniques work out in real life. There's even stuff for making emergency repairs to your home. And the great thing is it's not a finite resource because they're adding 10 new videos every month. So, maybe I'll finish this I'll never finish 1,000 hours, but I'll never get tired of it either. In this video, this guy named Alan, who's a master craftsman, matter of fact, he owns his own custom furniture workshop, and he's showing how a professional does this stuff. Now, you can go to YouTube and you can find videos. There are lots of videos on YouTube, and I've watched a bunch. And they'll show you some things, but they don't take the time to really show you how. Most of the time they're skipping through it so fast, you really don't see how exactly they do that job. Professionals are professionals, and they've got their secrets, and they like to keep them, kind of like magicians like to keep their secrets. Well, Alan's showing you the secrets. And by showing me the secrets, see, now that I know how to make that dovetail, I can do it on other things. Now I know about this really neat way of doing a drawer runner. I can use that on other things. Because not only are you learning to make something, you're learning techniques you can use in other places. And that's really what it's all about. Inflation is going nuts here lately. Cost of houses has gone up tremendously last year, and anything and everything associated with houses, including furniture. Doing stuff like this for myself, this is a way for me to save money for my family, so our money will go a little bit farther. The way things are going, it wouldn't surprise me if for a couple of years a wood chair costs $1,000. But if you can make it yourself, you can make that wood chair for $50. That's a big difference. You can save a lot of money doing it yourself with the things you'll learn in Woodwork 101. You can furnish your whole house. So if this interests you, if you want this, if you want access to the 1,000 hours of video, if you want those 10 new videos every month, if you want to learn the secrets so that you can take your woodworking to the next level, just like I'm taking my woodworking to the next level, then hang around for another 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking of you. Just 5 more minutes. Alan, the guy who started all this, is going to come and he's going to tell you how you can get access to the database, how you can get these 1,000 hours of video and have instant access so you can start working right now.
Hi, my name's Alan West, and I want to congratulate you because you've struck gold. Woodworking gold. Yeah, I know it might sound crazy, but you're just seconds away from a jaw-dropping cache of step-by-step video guides on building just about anything that you've ever dreamed of for your home and loved ones. From chopsticks to baby cribs, from a dismantled old chair to a unique work of art to creative presents for your family and friends out of plain wood. I'm talking about a library of over 1,000 hours of detailed videos and blueprints in crystal clear, mouth-watering HD that'll take you by the hand so you'll be able to build everything radically easy, almost on autopilot with no offcuts and waste, leaving only sawdust on the floor. You'll be turning dreams into reality in a heartbeat without ever worrying about imperfect measurements, bad plans, or lousy instructions. And you'll be doing all that without expensive tools. You don't need them. In fact, I'm going to share with you something later that makes not having to pay for expensive tools a walk in the park. And here's the best part. Anyone at any level can use it. Yeah, it's perfect for beginners and master craftsmen alike because it gives you instant access to everything that you need to turn whatever project you want to build into a wholesome, happy, and fulfilling experience. I myself have been doing this for well over 10 years now. And let me tell you, I'm turning dreams into reality. I'm making unique pieces of furniture most people only dream of for pennies on the dollar, all from lumber. Oh, you should have seen the look on my wife's face when I made her a limited edition high-end dressing closet that she saw in a magazine. Now, if I'd bought it for her, it would have cost a small fortune, and this way, I only spent a few bucks on some wood and screws. And even though I can't wait to get up in the morning and craft away on my projects, sometimes it can be frustrating. Yeah, I know we've all been there. When you follow a plan from start to finish, doing all the measurements and cuts just like it says, but in the end everything comes out slanted to the right, one leg comes up short, or the top doesn't fit right. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not your fault. Those failures are not yours. It's those awful, useless blueprints that magazines and lazy editors put up just to fill more pages with nothing but unusable filth. That's who's to blame. It's like they're making sure that you have to wing it and compromise the design so they fit because the plans they decide to print aren't detailed enough or their measurements are just plain wrong. I've never seen a blueprint that I could follow top to bottom to finish my build. It just never happens. Everything for me has been trial and error and improving. But since you got here on this page today, I'm going to give you the key to turn your dreams into reality without ever going through that ever again. You'll completely erase any infuriating experiences that you might have had and feel only pride and satisfaction when you finish your projects. Hey, I'll tell you all about it in just a few seconds, but first, let me tell you a bit about myself just so you know where I'm coming from. Like I told you, my name's Alan West. I'm an auto mechanic working in my own mom and pop's garage. I used to be the kind of kid that took apart his parents' lawnmower engine just to see how it works, along with the toaster, the fridge, and anything else technical I could get my hands on. That curiosity turned me into the man I am today, and I love what I do. I love fixing things. People always come to me with stuff to fix, everything from cars to chainsaws, AC units, generators, coffee machines, and even their kids' toys. And I never found one that I couldn't do. But that changed 14 years ago, right when the financial crisis hit. I was working in my garage one day when my wife came to me and said, Alan, I know money is short right now, but do you think we could get a rocking chair? It'd be so good for getting Jenny to sleep. I was heartbroken because I knew we couldn't afford one. Things were that bad, but I wanted to give her the best rocking chair in the world. So I thought to myself, Alan, you're good with your hands. You fix V8s for breakfast. Why not do it yourself? How hard could building a chair be? Now, I'd never built anything from wood in my life, not to mention a rocking chair, but I wanted to make her happy, and I loved the idea of learning something new. I went out and bought a few magazines that had rocking chair plans, drove by the hardware store for some wood and screws, and I got to work. All I had to do was cut the wood at the specified sizes, cut out a few joints, and I'm not talking dovetail joints here, screw the parts together, hammer a few nails, and rock away. But by the end of the day, my rocking chair looked like a train wreck. So in the morning, I bought more wood and started on the second design. And that one, well, it turned out even worse than the first one. Then there was the third one, and the fourth. I don't even want to mention those. Over and over again, either the armrests didn't fit, the rockers turned out square, or a leg came out short. All the plans that I found for my rocking chair project turned out to be a real can of worms, and each and every time I tried, I failed miserably. I just couldn't do it. I was in over my head. And I was so frustrated. I must have spent hundreds of dollars on wood from our precious savings and hundreds of hours getting things wrong before I finally had a moment of clarity. I needed help. So I searched online for woodworking webinars, went to the local library, and even thought about enrolling in woodworking classes. I was so determined to finish the rocking chair that I even endangered what was left of my business and my garage. And then it hit me. Robert. I'd fixed his car for over a decade, and every time he showed up, he looked like he drove a wood chipper. The man was always covered in sawdust from head to toe, and his car, I even found splinters in his gas tank once. No wonder it had to be towed. So I called Rob and told him about the frustrating situation I was in. He laughed. Happens to everyone on their first projects. Hey, don't worry, come and see me tomorrow. The first thing Rob told me when I went to see him the next day was, the best way to learn woodworking is when someone is teaching you. Doing it alone can be money and time consuming, and sometimes even dangerous. He helped me finish my rocking chair, and boy, what a sight it was. My wife was ecstatic. She loved it from the minute she saw it, and our daughter fell asleep peacefully in her arms, rocking away. Apparently, Rob enjoyed working together, so it came as a real surprise when he asked me to be his apprentice to learn and help him out in my spare time. I knew I needed the money, and I really enjoyed learning from him. So he continued teaching me for the next 4 years, and I learned a lot. I learned how to build everything I always dreamed of for my home and my loved ones, from wooden toys for my daughters to coffee tables, shop signs, home decorations, cigar boxes, picnic tables, racks, TV cabinets, desks, dog houses, even kitchen islands, and a standing drinking fountain for my backyard. As I moved on to more complex projects, I noticed my skills started to develop faster. It didn't take long, and I was doing a lot of projects on my own. Personalized picture frames, cutting boards, decorative bowls, coat racks, a jewelry box for my wife, and even a tree house for my daughters. That was 10 years ago, but I always get a tear when I remember their faces lighting up seeing it for the first time. I'd never felt so proud. That's when I realized I'd become a master woodworker myself. Because soon enough, people started noticing what I was doing. Friends started asking me for favors. They just couldn't believe what I was making. They either wanted stuff built or they wanted my help in building it themselves. Over the years, I was able to walk them through the process of building their own garden tables, cabinets, garden chairs, TV stands, and a lot more. Everyone kept telling me to share my plans and techniques with the world, but I wasn't crazy about the idea. I didn't like the attention that it brought to me, but my family, friends, my wife's friends, my friends' friends, all of them were raving about my beautifully crafted designs. I felt like I was becoming some kind of a local celebrity, and I realized I was spending so much time in my workshop that it had started to affect my marriage and my business. I had to make a decision. I knew it, my wife knew it, and she put her foot down and told me to find a way and make my plans and woodworking techniques available for everyone. So I went back to that exact first magazine that I tried to use when she wanted the rocking chair. And I looked at it, and I realized why I couldn't do it back then. And it wasn't the lack of woodworking experience that stopped me. It was the plans and blueprints themselves. They were missing too many steps. They don't show you how the techniques work. There's no way of visualizing the exact maneuvers that you have to do to get the job done. And that's exactly why it wasn't my fault. So I started thinking how to better that, how to make my plans and techniques available to everyone from beginners to professionals. Make them so easy to follow and at the same time make them so thorough and knowledge-packed that they'll turn any building process from a frustrating event into a relaxing, satisfying, and fulfilling experience. So I called Rob and went to see him. "I know what you mean," he said, "but there's only one thing we can do. We'll have to build everything again, and this time, do it on video." And he was right. It was the only way. So we started working on it, built everything again from scratch, on video, and with step-by-step written instructions to go alongside the video. And after almost 2 years of scrupulous builds, making sure anyone can replicate everything down to the last splinter, translating everything into plain, simple English for a quick and easy read, and putting every single step on a clean-cut HD video that walks you through the entire process, Woodwork 101 was born. This program is your guarantee that in just a couple of hours, you'll be able to put together your own dream project from top to bottom without going through trial and error as I did. You'll have your tutorials documented in beautiful, professionally edited HD step-by-step videos. It'll be like I'm right there next to you, guiding you every step of the way. Actually, the first thing I did was send the program to a small group of people for feedback. All of them told me these instructions make regular woodworking plans look like children's scribbles. But here's what actually impressed me. Most of them tried out the program and built their own projects. I didn't ask them to do it. They said they got all worked up about it from watching the first video and just couldn't put the tools down until they'd finished. I think it's because there's no fancy jargon, no academic lingo, and no technical mumbo-jumbo that would take an engineering degree to understand. Everybody gets it. Here's how easy it is to follow Woodwork 101. First of all, you have video footage and commentary of me guiding you every step of the way. Just watch the video once and you'll put together any project even if you've never used a screwdriver before. You're not even going to rewind the video to check if you're doing all right. It's just like watching a cooking show and trying out the recipe for yourself. Plus, I give you a complete list of all the tools and parts that you'll be using for each build right from the start. This way, you won't find yourself mid-construction only to realize that you're missing something crucial or that you've been using the wrong tools the entire time. Also, let's imagine you get stuck somewhere, even though I doubt that could happen, but let's say you do for the sake of argument. Then, all you need to do is rewind 10 seconds and you'll be able to finish the project with flying colors. And each project is filled with hints, notes, and tips. I'm giving you little secrets for what kind of tools to use and even tools that you can build yourself so you can make sure the parts are an easy fit. This way, you'll be having a blast building any project in the Woodwork 101 Video Guides cache, and you don't have to go out of your way to do it. Each step of the construction is perfectly shot in detailed HD that makes building any project like assembling Legos. If you follow these videos, you'll never think twice about what you're doing, and you'll get it right from the first try. And if you have any questions along the way, you have 24/7 access to our customer support crew. Just simply write us an email, and me and Rob will give you our full support no matter what you need. If you don't feel like writing any emails, then you'll also find a help and troubleshooting section in my manual. You can check it out before sending us your message, and maybe you'll find the answers that you're looking for. With Woodwork 101, there's no room for error because it's just like a master craftsman is standing right there next to you, correcting you ahead of time so you'd never make a wrong cut. You'll never have to waste any precious time or any money on more wood than you need. Instead of trying over and over again to get the measurements right or to make flawless cuts, you'll create the perfect cutout right from the very first try. In fact, you'll be able to make elaborate designs even if you've never touched a piece of wood before. The projects inside Woodwork 101 are so incredibly well documented and accurate that it would take years of harsh training for someone to develop these skills on his own. But with Woodwork 101, you'll cut out even the smallest details flawlessly. This means you can spend more time creating personalized, unique projects, transforming your hobby into a true passion. And after you build your first project from the Woodwork 101 database, then you'll see for yourself that your hobby can turn into a real business. Because once you've done a project once, you can replicate the entire process twice as fast and as many times as you want and sell it. With your projects being so good, people will be lining up begging for you to build them something nice. Hey, listen, all of this is just a peek at what you can do with what's inside Woodwork 101. Just imagine being able to craft exclusive home decorations like clockwork and giving them to your close friends as gifts. Or picture yourself making a beautiful office desk and passing it on to your kids to keep it in the family forever. And what if you could start a business after you retire from your day job? You could actually transform a hobby into a real career. It might sound too good to be true. So here's the catch. When I started out with my rocking chair, most of the stuff I found online was either confusing or downright worthless. The websites I found either lacked essential details or were too academic and complex. If I hadn't had Rob, I probably would have given up. So I was lucky. Rob was there to teach me and take me by the hand all the way to a finished, relaxing rocking chair. But not everyone is that lucky. Not everyone has a Rob to go to for help. That's what Rob and I had in mind when we were building everything on video. Each and every project must be easy enough for a beginner, for someone that has failed shop class and hasn't held a drill or a hammer in his life. But at the same time, each project had to be so deliciously documented that it would push even the most hardcore woodworker or DIY enthusiast to just jump out of bed and into his workshop clothes. But even though I've tried to make the program as complete as possible, I know that there will always be more questions. And that's why with the program, you've also got unlimited email access where you get to ask me just about everything related to the projects inside Woodwork 101. And hey, we're not stopping there. Rob told me he knows that while there will probably be questions, we will also have requests. So we'll continue to add 10 new projects each month, again backed up by beautiful HD step-by-step videos for no additional charge. That's over 120 new video guides in the first year alone for free. Oh, and there's more. If you order Woodwork 101 today, you'll also get 3 exclusive bonuses that will later be off the table if you put this off. First, you'll get the Razor Sharp Protocol. It's a special video guide I put together that shows you exactly how to sharpen every tool in your garage or workshop, so you won't be spending your blood, sweat, and tears the next time the chisels, saws, or knives go dull. This unique video bonus is your guarantee that all your cutting tools will always be brand new. Plus, your wife will never complain about the kitchen knives being dull all the time. Second, you'll get Tool Crafting Secrets. This radical set of step-by-step videos will show you how to create your own tools at home, helping you save even more money in your building process. You'll find out the best methods to do so, plus how and when exactly you'll need them for your projects. 2 of them go for jaw-dropping prices at local hardware stores. And best of all, you'll learn how to make most of them from scraps laying around your house or, in some cases, forgotten in your garage. And third, you'll get the perfect timber. This special report lists the absolute essential types of wood you should use, some of which many so-called DIY and woodworking enthusiasts never even consider. You're getting all these amazing bonuses for free as a way to thank you for sticking with me so far and investing in this special program. So before I tell you how you can get Woodwork 101, let me ask you a question. How much is it worth to you to know there's nothing impossible for you to build? To become the ultimate expert craftsman? To see all your dream projects become reality just by pressing play and watching a video? If this step-by-step tutorial helps you satisfy your family's deepest dreams and desires by giving them all the things they've always wanted, if you'll own unique pieces of furniture that aren't available in any shops, how much would that be worth to you? Just think about it. You could just drive off and buy everything from IKEA, have everything shipped to you, and then still have to put it all together by yourself, without instructions designed specifically for you. Or you could spend years trying to develop your carpentry skills, wasting away money and precious time just so eventually you'll learn how to make the perfect cutout. Rob and I put together Woodwork 101 so people will build whatever they want and not have to cough up a fortune or spend years doing trial and error to no avail. Needless to say, this one-of-a-kind program should be something everyone can afford. I could easily take this material, turn it into an exclusive webinar, and charge $1,000 a seat. With so many rich DIY enthusiasts out there, I know it would be a no-brainer to many. But hey, I'm not going to ask you to invest anything close to that. After all, Rob and I only put it together to help my friends. I don't plan on getting rich out of it. In fact, I'm not even going to ask you to invest $500 in this training, even though just one of the projects that you'll find inside would be worth twice as much. Heck, it won't even cost you $247, even though my wife insists that this should be the absolute minimum that I should offer this for because the videos are so valuable. I mean, imagine how much satisfaction that your first build will bring you, and imagine how much money that you'll be able to save in the long run. Not to mention the amount of cash heading your way the moment your neighbors start lining up for a new table, nightstand, birdhouse, or mailbox. Plus, you'll be able to make whatever you need and repair whatever piece of furniture that you have that's already broken down. Nope, I decided to do something that might sound a bit crazy. I'm going to set the price of Woodwork 101 at just $89. But as long as this presentation is up, I'll let you have the complete program for just $49 today. But the only way to secure your spot in the program is to click the order button now. I can't guarantee that I can keep this price for longer, especially since we're giving unlimited email support, so don't get mad if you come here in a few days and you see that the price has gone back up. And really, the price doesn't even matter. That's because you're covered by Alan West's no questions asked money-back guarantee for 2 whole months. And here's how this works. You just say maybe to Woodwork 101. If you've ever watched a short video and followed simple instructions, then you already have all you need to know to complete any project inside Woodwork 101 from start to finish. We've made this as newbie-friendly as we could. It takes less than an episode of MASH to know how to make any one of the projects inside. You have to be completely thrilled with how easy everything is to build, or simply send me an email in the next 60 days and I'll give you a full refund with no questions asked. It'll be hard to find a better proposition than this. And if you're still having second thoughts, simply click the shiny button below, enter your credit card details, and you'll receive the complete Woodwork 101 package so you can get started right away. All this means that you'll be able to get the full Woodwork 101 program packed up with 1,000+ hours of HD crystal clear step-by-step videos, plus monthly video add-ons and 24/7 email support, along with the razor-sharp protocol, tool crafting secrets, and the perfect timber bonuses for only $49. Just think about it. There are basic carpentry books that cost more than this. Not to mention all the money you already threw out the window on guides, tools, and materials that got you nowhere. Now, the ball's in your court. Because this presentation's almost over, and this website may not be up when you return. So the choice is yours. Either go ahead and close out this window. That's your right, of course, and there won't be any hard feelings on my end. But just remember that later today, or tomorrow, or maybe even a week from now, as you start working on your dream project, or that sunbed that your wife so desperately wanted, or that cool toy that Dad promised to make, you don't want to be staring at the same lousy woodworking plans and half-baked instructions for DIY projects that you know would get you nowhere, or spending hundreds of dollars on things that you know you could have built if only you had the good plans. Aren't you going to think of this presentation and wish you'd made the completely risk-free decision to try Woodwork 101 for yourself? This is about you and your family, its comfort, and its happiness. So wouldn't you trade a few hours and a risk-free deal for the chance to go for the perfect build? Hey, it's your decision, but I think you already know what needs to be done. I made that same decision 4 years ago, but only after almost going bankrupt and nearly killing my business. I went through my ordeal so you would never have to. And with Woodwork 101, you'll not only be making perfect builds and stunning furniture and decor for your home, but you could also be making big cash when your neighbors and friends start lining up in awe on the beauty that comes out of your hands. Woodwork 101. It's the best woodworking and carpentry blueprint and video guides resource that you could hope for. All the projects inside don't require a technical background, don't require special tools, and they don't require expert-level woodworking knowledge. What they do need is an open mind. Go ahead and try the program now. See how fun it is to build your first project. The videos are so detailed and complex, it'll be like I'm in the room with you, guiding you every step of the way. You'll experience the thrill of finishing your first rocking chair, as I did, or the birdhouse that your wife's always wanted by the window, or the rocking horse that you promised you'd build for your kids or grandkids. And know that if anything happens, you no longer have to worry about shelling out thousands of dollars on furniture, home decor, or toys. Remember, you're getting all my hard-learned lessons in a beginner-friendly package along with 10 new video monthly add-ons and unlimited access via email for life. You're getting my unique razor-sharp protocol video guide for having your tools always sharp as new, even if your little one decides that chisels are perfect for digging holes in rock ornaments. Plus my radical tool crafting secrets, again backed up by my step-by-step videos that'll show you how to create your own tools at home. So you'll never have to waste time and money improvising or shelling out hundreds of dollars when you can make most of them from scraps just laying around your house. And you'll also get the perfect timber, a special report on the absolute essential types of wood you should use on each and every build. All this without risking a dime. This time next year, you're going to look back congratulating yourself on making a good decision. No, a great decision. Just imagine. You're ecstatic because you've just finished your first project. And you're proud. Yeah, you're proud. And you have every right to be because you built it with your own two hands. You made the right decision and you seized the opportunity to gain access to over 1,000 hours of perfectly documented woodworking step-by-step video guides that will turn you into a master craftsman and guarantee the perfect build each and every time. So go ahead and click the Order Now button below. I'll be waiting for you with a special message in the members area and with another bonus that's too hot to mention here. P.S. When you finish your first project, send me a photo and brag about it. Still here? Let me answer a few common questions I keep getting about Woodwork 101. If your videos are so good, why aren't more people using them? Well, you're one of the lucky few. As I said at the beginning of this presentation, Rob and I only did this to help our closest friends. I imagined that the word might spread, but I'm not looking to make the plans hit mainstream media, and you probably got here when a friend shared the link. Plus, it's the fear factor. Most people think woodworking plans are too complex for a complete build. They're partly right because most books and courses overcomplicate it. The fact is, woodworking is easy when you have the proper blueprints. How hard are these projects to build? Each and every one of them is so simple and easy to build, you'll kick yourself for not taking up woodworking earlier. Most of them take less than 2 hours. They don't require strength, and the most difficult task you'll do is just a bit of cutting. That's all, and really there's no excuse for not giving it a try. In fact, if you don't want to lift a finger, you can still do this. You just pay someone $50 to watch the videos and build each one for you. How long will it take? It will take you a little over 30 minutes to watch each video, and that's it. Building any of the projects takes under 2 hours if you're slow, a lot less if someone's helping you. I don't have a lot of space. Will this work for me? Not only will it work for you, but it's probably the best set of plans you could hope for. That's because you can make use of any space, not just a workshop or garage. How much does it cost to build one of your projects? I put together Woodwork 101 with minimal costs in mind. That being said, depending on what you decide to make, you'll be spending between $10 and $200 on materials. But you'll discover that most of the projects can be made for under $50 in total costs. How quickly will I learn to build what's inside? Just watch a 30-minute video once, and you'll be able to finish it with flying colors. There's really no learning curve. You can learn to make your own projects in no time. What kind of wood can I use? There's really no right or wrong answer to this question. You can use any kind of wood. Some types of wood are better than others, and usually it depends on what you're making. But rest assured, knowing you don't need any kind of special wood. You can use anything from softwoods, basswoods, cottonwood, butternut, or hardwood. Will I need any tools? Right from the very start of each video, you'll see a complete list of tools that you'll need to put together that specific project. However, you'll never have to use tools that any beginner or enthusiast won't have. Is this really risk-free? Yes, as I said, you're covered by my 2 months, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If for any reason you want to return the program, you have 60 full days to do so. No hassles, no gimmicks, and no hard feelings. That's why it's crucial that if you decide to try Woodwork 101, you do it fast. So why not do it now? Spend 30 minutes watching a simple video for your perfect DIY woodworking project. So go on, click on the Order Now button below, and let Woodwork 101 take you by the hand to your perfect build. Hey, thank you for watching this presentation. I'm Alan West.